family, and welcome back to Vlogmas, anyone. It is Vlogmas day 3. Today we're going to be doing a story time of when I had ISIS. As you can see by that title, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that bell for more notifications of when I post, and stay tuned for this story time. Okay y'all, so as y'all can see by that title, I'm gonna be doing a story time of when I had ISIS. To me, this one, like this little story time of me giving birth and stuff, it's like off of a movie to me. Like the way that everything happened, it's like off of a movie to me. And as y'all know, y'all, I always do story times of when I have my kids. So if y'all haven't seen Milani's and Ian's story time, make sure y'all go check that out. They're on my channel, just go down, but I could leave them in the description down below so y'all could click and go view them videos. But it started off like a normal day. I want to say, I think I had an appointment that day. Ever since Milani, like I've been high risk because with Milani I had preeclampsia, so with Ian and ISIS I just was high risk, so I had to do stress tests every time I went to the doctor or whatever. So this particular day, I want to say I went in, you know, everything looked good. They measured me, they weighed me, they checked my blood pressure, like just, you know, everything that they do. Excuse me. Everything that they do, you know, at the doctor's office when you're getting checked when you're pregnant or whatever. So after my appointments, I always have to do stress tests. So I end up going to do a stress test, and I want to say the stress tests take like 20 minutes or so. They put this stuff on your belly to monitor the baby, monitor their heart rate, and I think that's it for real. And they just put you like in a relaxing little environment, so you can be relaxed and chill, and they just monitor everything. So we did that. My nurse, she had, you know, gave me a pillow, gave me a blanket, some water. She put me on the monitor, and I want to say about 10 minutes later, oh yeah, and when you do a stress test, they give you this button to push, like if you feel a kick, if you feel a move, like anything. So you push the button, so and it corresponds with, you know, the stuff that's on your belly, so they can monitor the baby. So I really wasn't, you know, feeling anything, pushing nothing, and I was 37 weeks or so, or 38 weeks, something, I don't know. But and we had already talked about getting induced for like April 7th or something like that. April 7th, because I was just huge. So about 10 minutes into like the stress test, my nurse come back out and was just looking like at the paperwork, because it's this paper that comes out on the side of me. And it, you know, got them little lines when they monitor the baby or whatever. You know, my ponytail flat. But so she was just looking like, okay, you know, let's try to turn you on this side to see, you know, what's going on. Like, she really wasn't saying much, but it's like I sensed that something was wrong or not right, or just, I don't know. So they turned me, they tried to like do this vibrator thing. Like, I feel like it's a vibrator they put on your stomach, and it like shakes the baby, move the baby, but she wasn't moving. So I was there for like an additional 20 minutes, almost to an hour, and they was like, her heart rate is dropping, you know, we don't know what's going on. We tried to move her, you know, we did everything we could do here. You have to go to labor and delivery and see what they say, and see if, you know, they can monitor you for an hour or two. So mind you, I was already at the appointment from like 9 o'clock in the morning. Didn't leave the appointment till about 12 or 1 o'clock. So I'm like I gotta go to labor and delivery now, like what the freak. Like, so I end up going to labor and delivery because, you know, I don't play, I'm high risk, I just can't afford it. I can't afford none of that. So I went to labor and delivery. Ian was with me. Y'all know I be dragging him everywhere. Like we best friends. He go everywhere with me. But I know he was irritated because he just like, you just trying to find something wrong. You just want to have this baby or whatever, which I did. I did want to have the baby because I was just over it. Like pregnancy for me it'd be like the worst for real. It'd be enjoyable, but then it just be like, oh my goodness, I've been pregnant for 5 years. Like what is going on? So I was trying to have a baby, but they had already scheduled to induce me, and I was kind of iffy about that because, you know, on TikTok I was doing my research about getting induced and how, you know, you're supposed to let it come naturally, and when you get induced it's just a stressful environment or whatever. So I'm like, maybe that's why my contractions be whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, like whooping my butt. So we end up going to labor and delivery. Every time we go to labor and delivery, they make you like dang near strip naked. Like, so I stripped naked or whatever. They put me on a monitor. And I was on her for like 2-3 hours. So like around 3, almost 4 o'clock, I told them like, look, I gotta go get my kids from daycare. So if everything is looking good, is it possible that we could go? You about to leave? Pick up my sisters. Love you, hun bun. I'm probably gonna DoorDash. But so I want to say I was in there for like 2 to 3 hours. I end up telling them like, yeah, I have to go pick up my kids. Like, do everything look good? So out of the 2-3 hours I was there, they was looking at the paper and it was like, okay, you know, everything looked good. And plus, you know, other moms was there. And this one lady, when I was there, this one lady came in and they checked her, y'all. She was 9 centimeters dilated and was just cool, like walking around like everything was cool, and just, she was like, it just, excuse me. She was like, it just felt like pressure down there. It hurts a little. They was like, yeah, you're 9 centimeters. We got to get you in a room ASAP. I'm like, how is she walking around like, that's when the contractions really start kicking in and going in. Like they be going ham at 9 centimeters, because you about to deliver at 10 centimeters. Your baby's crowning, like, you know. So they was basically like, everything looked good, you could go, you could put your clothes on, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I want to say, I think it was a Friday. It was the last day of March. I think it was a Friday. So we end up picking the kids up. At first I took while I was there, I'm all over the place. But while I was there at labor and delivery, I called my mom. I always call my mom for stuff, but I called my mom like, Mom, I'm at labor and delivery. They said, you know, her heart rate dropped. I'm like, they gotta I gotta go to labor and delivery. They're gonna monitor me there. Just to let you know, you might have to pick the kids up from daycare, because me and my mom agreed for her to have the kids for daycare. What? Me and my mama agreed for her to okay, babe, text me, be careful, love you. But we had agreed for her to watch the kids while, you know, I'm in the hospital. Me and Ian in the hospital taking care of the baby. So fast forward, we go home. I mean, we pick up the kids, we go home, you know, I guess with Chipotle. Lonnie ended up going to her dad's house, and I ended up going to sleep around 7 o'clock with baby Ian. I ate and I went to sleep because I was just so tired. Like, I was over it. I was so big, pregnant then, you know, I was at the doctor all day, so it's just like a nap is very much needed at this time. So I ended up going to sleep like at 7, and I had baby Ian with me. So when I woke up, y'all, my panties was wet. So I'm like, did I pee on myself? Like, was I in a deep sleep that I didn't get up, go to the bathroom and pee on the toilet? So I'm like, okay, well, you know, you're pregnant. You could pee on yourself a little bit. You could, you know. So I changed my underwear. Then by the time I wake up, it's 12 o'clock at night. Like, it's 12:30 a.m. at night. So I changed my underwear, you know, used the bathroom, peed and stuff. And then I went and got me a popsicle. I had a SpongeBob pop. Y'all, I remember this like yesterday. because it was just crazy. But I went and got me a popsicle, then I laid back down. So I was watching TV just up. Like when I'm pregnant, I got insomnia. I cannot sleep. Like I'm up. So I'm watching TV or whatever, just, you know, chilling, baby in sleep. I'm up. So I get up to throw my popsicle away. Y'all, when I get up, all I hear is whoosh on the floor. So I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, what? I look down, my underwear is soaked, like so soaked. It's water on the floor. So in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I never experienced this with Melania in. Like, I never experienced this. So I'm like, did my water just break? Like, I thought this only happened in movies, because you know they tell you like this don't happen, like, you know, it don't be like whoosh, a good. It was a gush of water, like ran down my leg as soon as I stood up, because I was laying down eating a popsicle. Then when I got up to throw it away, it was just a gush of water that fell on the floor, and then my underwear was soaked. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? Let me go sit my ass back on this toilet, because obviously I got a problem. I got a problem, because I didn't realize like maybe my water broke. So I went and sat back on the toilet, and then I'm like, okay, you're not peeing. Like, what is? So I'm like, okay. So I put on another pair of underwear, y'all, soaked. So I'm like, oh my fucking goodness, this is happening right now. It's 1 in the morning and at work. I have baby in. My mama, she at home. It was so crazy. I had told my mom, like, you should come over, you know, something may happen. Like, what if I go into labor? Like, just anything, girl. They was so over me, because they felt like I complained so much when I was pregnant, but I didn't complain. It was just, I was always hungry. These kids be hungry. Like, I was always hungry. They were so huge in my belly, like, so I'm just like, what the heck? What's the matter, babe? What? Y'all see him? You okay? Well, tell me what Ice doing. But yeah. But so I've put on another pair of underwear. Them boys got soaked again. So I'm like, okay, this for real, not a drill. I called my sister-in-law. She wasn't answering at first. Then I called my brother-in-law. He wasn't answering, because I was trying to get the number to Ian's job. But then I'm like, wait, he sent it to me like 2 months ago. Y'all, I was scared to call him to his job, because I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this is really happening. So I called my sister-in-law, was talking to her, because she finally ended up answering. I'm like, y'all, like, I really think my water broke. So she was like, call Ian's job, or, you know, whatever, like, just get everything together. So I'm like, okay. I called my mama. She wasn't answering, like, because mind you, it ended up, and then I ended up calling my mom like 2 something in the morning, and she was asleep. Like, my mama, she was not. So I'm calling. She ain't answering. Then I called Ian's job, and I told them like, hey, can you tell Ian blah 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 that, you know, I'm having a baby. He needs to get home right now. Like, y'all, this man zoomed home. Like, he was home in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. I'm just like, what the heck? Y'all hear Isis fussing? This man was home in 10 minutes. Like, that was crazy. And then my mom, I end up getting in touch with her, and I'm telling her like, look, my water broke. And she was like, are you serious? Are you serious? It's 3 in the morning. I'm like, well, you know, yes, I'm serious, and I need you to get baby in. Like, so she got up, she ended up coming. I ended up taking a shower and stuff, packing up the bag, and Ian was panicking. He like, how are you just walking around? Like, what's going on? Like, what? He was freaking out, y'all. Like, he was just freaking out, and I'm just like, calm down, let's pack our stuff, like, relax, we're in the game, chill out. Like, but I gotta see what's wrong with Ice. Ain't nothing wrong with her, y'all. She just want to see my face. Ice. So we end up packing our bags and stuff. We went to the hospital, and then they was like, oh yeah, your water broke. Cause they test you, they ask you like, when is the last time you had sex? When is the like, no baby, I didn't have sex. This broke. Let's go. Let's get it popping. Like, I was ready, but I got scared too because I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my third baby. Like, the other ones was just great. Ian came out like whoosh. Milani took 2 hours to come out. Let me get ice. Hold on, let me get her and then come back. Okay, I'm back. Y'all see her? I had to put on her robe. Yeah, girl, yeah. Yeah, we talk about you. We talk about you on here. But excuse me. So we ended up packing our bags and stuff, going to the hospital. You know, they asked some questions. I was back at labor and delivery. And I was blue because I'm like, y'all could have kept me earlier, like. But and I was happy too because I didn't want to get induced. Like, after doing my research, I didn't want the stressful labor. Hey babe, stop yelling. I'm doing a vlog. I mean a story time. He gonna yell anyway. So I was blue like, why didn't y'all just keep me here earlier? Caused me all this distress, okay? But so they swabbed me. They was like, oh, you're only such and such centimeters. But then they ended up moving me to a room and stuff, so I walked around a little bit. I was cool. Like, this was a breeze. It was cool. Except for, like, I was contracting every 2 minutes, and then it got to every 1 minute. And when I say those contractions was like, oh my goodness, like, and they still had a problem with her heart rate. Like, when they put me on a monitor, her heart rate kept dropping, which that was pretty scary because I'm like, well, what the heck is going on? Like, why do her heart rate keep dropping or whatever? So they kept turning me, doing side to side, doing this and that. But I think I ended up getting an epidural because I was contracting so fast. Like, she would have been here earlier. I think I had her at 5 or 3. I can't remember. Or I think she was about to come at 3, but then I got the epidural and it slowed it down. But if I wouldn't, she would have been here at 3 o'clock p.m. But it slowed it down, so I'm just like, huh. Okay, that's something to take heed, you know. Hey girl, eating you road. Y'all, she remind me of Lonnie so much. Milani be like, we're twins. Like, girl, y'all is not. But so my contractions was whooping my butt, and then Ian had went and got me some food, but I had to call the nurse and tell her like, yeah, get the epidural ready. I'm ready. Let's rock and roll. And by the time Ian came back, I already had the epidural and I couldn't eat nothing. So then I want to say I was cool. Like, after I did get the epidural, I was cool. I didn't even feel like as much pressure. I wanted my grandma to record because my grandma ended up coming. I wanted my mama in there, but my grandma ended up coming. And Ian was there. So I want to say the last little pressure I felt, they was like, oh my goodness, I'm glad you caught us in time because you would have just been having this baby. And I'm like, word? Didn't even feel, like, didn't even peep. Didn't even peep gang, because you was a little baby. She was the smallest baby, y'all, that I had. Milani was 8 pounds, Ian was 7, she was 6. But I pushed her out literally in 5 minutes, 2 minutes. The doctor was even like, what the heck? Like, what we supposed to do now? I guess we could chill because you're a pro at this. Huh? You want some juice? You already have some, babe. You already have some. Go sit down. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Fix your attitude. Okay. Y'all, he be talking back like he want boop, boop, boop. I'm just playing. I don't whoop them. Not for real. If I whoop them, it'd be like, and they swear it's just like, oh my goodness. But I had her like 2 minutes. My grandma the whole time trying to figure out how to record, asking the nurses or whatever who helping me deliver. Why, like, by the time she turned around, I was done. She was like, oh my God, I missed it. Like, what were you doing, ma'am? What was you doing? And I be so mad because I be wanting to record every time, but by the time I get ready to have them, I be so over it. I be so over it, like, no. But after I had her, she latched. She did pretty good latching. But then after we went upstairs, I want to say she was like shivering or shaking or something. And they was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, why are you, what's going on with you? So they ended up taking her sugar. And they was like, oh my goodness, her sugar is really low, like dangerously low. She might have to go to the NICU. So I'm like, I just had my baby and y'all about to take her to the NICU. And I just was so confused because she latched on my breast so good. And she was drinking a little bit. And then they kept giving her, like, what is that? Like, not insulin, but like something sweet on her gums to make her sugar rise, but it wouldn't. And they told me like how important the sugar was, you know, to the brain. So I'm just like, what the heck? Like, I broke down in tears, but that's another story. I think I may do another story time on that. So yeah, y'all, that is the story time of me having my ice baby. Isis, why do you want to stand up? My ice baby. She reminds me of Lonnie so much. Say hi. Say hi, MK family. Say hi. Boo, boo, boo. Say hi. Boo, boo, boo. Y'all, we gotta do that TikTok where it be like, yeah. Yeah. Cause I'm messing with it. Yeah. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I might do another story time about her being in the NICU, how that experience went for me. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for more notifications of when I post. And stay tuned for Vlogmas Day 4. I'm excited. Because we busting them out. We getting them done. You don't like that? You don't like that? We busting them out and we getting them done, period. Is you serious? Y'all can be a rapper. Don't play. Don't play. Take my glasses off. Don't play. Thank you. You gonna put them on? They don't go in your mouth. Okay, y'all.